Well, we are not going to have a problem with quorum. That's great.
And Dr. King, I know people are still coming in, and so you just tell me when you want to get us kicked off and we'll get started.
Let's give them about one more minute. I'm going to scroll through to see if at least everyone who is running for an office is present. I don't know who.
Wait, I know Sharon's here.
I don't know who iPhone is. Someone's name is iPhone. Can you maybe tell me what your name is or change your name? Hello, there's someone who has logged in as iPhone. Do you mind to change your name or unmute yourself and tell us what your name is?
Dr. King, I just wanted to confirm you're not running for VP. I think we had a conversation about this, didn't we?
I said, yeah, we did have a conversation, but I decided not to.
I understand. That's fine. Just confirming.
I'll still do my due diligence in getting members, but I will not be.
She'll be a good membership chair.
Well, that's what the first vice president is. That's what they do. So I'll still do it, but I won't hold the office.
You will support that member.
Absolutely. It is 6:02. It looks as if we have quorum. So we can go ahead and get started with Dr. Compton.
All right. Well, good evening, and thank you so much for attending our open house. As we always like to start out with our Parent-Teacher School Association meeting, I am just so excited to come into my leadership here at Central High School. Just to quickly give you a little background about myself, this actually is my 25th year in education. I actually started in Jefferson County Public Schools as a teacher, high school English and arts and humanities teacher. And then from there, I became a counselor where I served at both Moore High School and actually right here at Central High School as a counselor. Later in my career, I became an assistant principal, and I was the assistant principal at No Middle School. And yeah, my life is about a 360 and found myself back here at Central High School as assistant principal. From there, my career evolved again to become principal, and I took a huge leap of faith and became principal at Hawthorne Elementary School, located out in the Highlands, which is one of the district's only full model Spanish immersion programs, where I served there for 4 years before, again, returning back here to Central High School. So I really think it's true when they say, once a yellow jacket, always a yellow jacket. I feel like I am the blueprint for that. And so I am indeed humble. I am honored to be here at Central High School and serve as your 16th. Wow, can you say that? Like 16th principal. That is just an amazing honor to know that just in a 100-year history here at Central, we've only had 10 principals. And so I always tease some of the staff members, say, I am the sweet 16s. And so thank you for making this such a sweet occasion for me. And thank you for welcoming me. And thank you for allowing me to serve you, your family, and your students. I am excited about being back in the building under one roof. As you guys know, we have we explored what NTI learning for over 9 months of just distant learning. And so it feels so good to be back in the building. It feels so good to see our students. And although it's business unusual, it is still very nice to just be home. We do consider Central our home. I hope you consider Central your home. We want you to be an active, and I do mean by every intention of the word active. We want you to be a very active and involved parent here at Central High School, because much of like Central's history that started in 1849, like, think about this. Much of the history of our school has been through the support of the community and through our parents. And so everything and anything that we will ever do here at Central High School is through your support, through your voice, through your advocacy. We want more for our students. How we get more is by collaborating with you, the parent, to make sure that that happens. And so I'm not going to take up much of your time today, because really and truly tonight is all about us coming together as a strong unit and becoming one partner with one vision as it relates to Central High School. And also the opportunity for you, although distant and remote, a little different from what we're used to, but truly give you the opportunity to meet and greet with your teachers this evening. At the end of our open house, we're going to come back together with a question and answer link. It's only about 10 minutes, but again, it'll give you the opportunity if you have any questions. As always, we have, and I have, an open door policy here. And so if at any time you have questions, concerns, comments, recommendations for improvement, I welcome all of it. And so please make sure that you reach out. I can be found right here at Central. My email address is tamala.compton@jefferson.kyschools.us. And so please feel free to reach out to me, to anyone on our staff. We have an amazing support system here with our counselors that are just simply amazing, prepared to support and lead your students through social and emotional learning and college and career access. Of course, we are really led when we come to the career and technical education piece by Dr. King. And I would be remiss if I did not say that we have an amazing support system through our assistant principals that support everything from academics to instruction, even down to extracurricular activities. And so we are truly a force to be reckoned with. I am excited, can't wait to make some big waves out in this community and really let them know that the heart and the soul of this community resides right here at Central High School. And so I thank you for your time. I thank you for your continued support. And I just thank you for being 100% invested in the work that we're doing here at Central. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Compton. And at this time, we will begin our PTSA meeting. And Mr. Cabral, you will take that over for us, correct?
Yes. Thank you very much for allowing me to be part of your open house tonight and run a very quick PTSA meeting for you. I am Jim Cabral. I am the first vice president of the 15th District PTA. What that means is that the basically the zone of JCPS, that's Diane Porter's zone, that's all, those are the schools that I'm supporting. So my goal here is to make sure that we have a active, fully engaged PTSA and PTA or PTSA in as many of those schools as possible. And one thing that I think anyone who knows anything about Central knows about the rich history of Central, and part of that has been strong support by our parents and our teachers and our students that are members of our PTSA. So I'm very happy to be here tonight on behalf of the district to help you guys elect your new board that's going to be running the PTSA going forward here, at least for the next year. And again, this is an annual thing. We need to have an election every year. The reason that the district is stepping in to run this is because typically this would happen like in the springtime. And for whatever reason, that didn't happen this year. So we're basically just stepping in to help run this election, get the new board properly elected, and then turn it over to them to run it. So in order to have a general membership meeting of the PTSA, we have to have at least 10 dues paying members present. And by my count, I think we have at least 20, we have 22 of them, I think. So we have quorum, we can have a meeting, we can have an election. You guys should be able to see, or you probably received a copy of the agenda, which includes a list of candidates. I'm going to read the candidates for each office, and then we'll have a simple vote. So running for president, we have Sharon Briscoe. Sharon, I think you're on here. Would you like to say anything?
Hello, yes, I am here. My name is Sharon Briscoe, new incoming parent at the historic Louisville Central High School. So I'm so excited to be here and to be a part of this. So I am looking forward to serve in this capacity if allowed to.
Okay, thank you very much, Sharon. Running for treasurer, we have Tiara Smith. Is Tiara with us? I don't know. Didn't recognize her in the participant list. We can certainly elect her without her being on here. So that doesn't keep us from doing this. And then running from treasurer, we have Siglinda Founder. Is Siglinda on here?
I do see her on the YouTube
Okay.
channel, and I'm trying to get her to get on.
We can go ahead with the election without that. I'm glad that she was able to join us at least via YouTube. And I know we got a lot of people on YouTube tonight. So we have candidates for each of those positions. I've had a personal conversation with each one of them to make sure they understand the responsibilities and duties of that office. They all seem like they are well positioned to succeed in those roles. And so on behalf of the district, I'm happy to nominate those individuals for each of those positions. And I will entertain a simple motion to basically elect them as your new board. And I need someone to make a motion.
So moved. This is Tom Treader.
Thank you, Tom. I need a second, please.
Jackie Nelson, I second.
Okay. Does anyone have any discussion? Okay. With seeing no discussion, we will have a simple up or down vote and for the slate of candidates. So I'm going to put it on gallery view so I can see as many people as possible. If you could just give me a simple thumbs up, either on video or in a reaction. I'll look for as many of these as I can see here. I think we have a successful election. So congratulations to our new board. On behalf of the 15th district, thank you for your willingness to serve. And I want to let everyone know that we are here to support you in any way possible. So we will get some training for all of your new officers. Sharon, you can look forward to that here very shortly. And then I will continue to be available as a point of contact at the district level if there's anything we can do to support you guys and your excellent PTSA going forward. So thank you for letting me be part of your meeting tonight, and go forward and do good for our schools, please.
Thank you. And at this time, I will share my screen. We will move forward on with our meeting, and we will have our Title I meeting. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, can you all see my screen? Okay, perfect. So we are going to now move into our Title I meeting, and this is our annual back to school Title I meeting. And so why are we here? So the Elementary and Secondary Educational Act was signed into law in 1965 by President Lyndon Johnson. And he believed that full educational opportunity should be our first goal, our priority. And so from this inception, the Educational Secondary Education Act, Elementary and Secondary Educational Act, excuse me, was made into civil law at that time. And the No Child Left Behind Act of 2001 was a U.S. act of Congress. And what that did was it reauthorized the ESEA Act. And it put into place those measures that exposed achievement gaps among those who were traditionally underserved students and their peers. And so the focus of this is accountability, and it has been critical to ensuring that there's quality education for all of our students, all of our children. Yet it also reveals some challenges in the implementation of the goal. And so the purpose of this and why we are here is to inform you that our school, Central High School, does participate in Title I. I'm going to explain the requirements of Title I, your rights as a parent to be involved in your school, as well as with Title I. We will also learn what it means to be a Title I school, and also that parental involvement and how 1% of the budget for Title I is set aside for parents to be involved. We will talk about our school's SIP, which is our plan that we put together. We will talk about the school parent impact, our compact, and how we request qualifications of your students' teachers, because you have the right to know that your student is being taught by a highly qualified instructor. We will talk about how you will be notified if your child is taught by someone who is not highly qualified. Also, how we are evaluated annually, and how you can get involved and learn more things about being involved with Title I in the school. So there is a such thing called a local educational agency, okay? And this is the agency that addresses the Title I funds throughout the school system. And this involves the academic assessment, any type of assistance that is needed for students who are struggling, also any programming that we will have in our students that's special, any type of supplemental education, and also how we can utilize strategies to get parents involved. So this local educational agency is there to support the school. You, as a Title I parent, you have the right to be involved in the development of what we have going on here at our school and with our Title I plan. Our campus improvement plan includes the first thing we have to do is a needs assessment to see where we are and what our school, our children, our students, what they need. And then there is what comes out of that is a summary of all the data. There are goals and strategies that are used to address all the academic needs, as well as professional development needs for teachers to help increase their strategies that they use to teach the students. And once again, I have to remind you, you as a parent of a Title I school, you have the right to be involved in the development of this plan. What is included in the plan is how parents can be involved in making decisions. What are the funds used for? How much funds do we have? How information and training will be provided to you as parents, as well as how we will build capacity for parents and students so that you can strongly be involved in what's going on. And I say it again, as a Title I parent, you have the right to be involved in the development of what happens in the parental involvement plan of Central High School. The compact is a commitment from a parent in the school and the student to share in the responsibility of improving our academic achievement. So parents, we are asking you to please get involved with the school. The compact will be distributed, and you will go through it and you will sign off. There will be meetings and everything. So if there is, if you need to request like the qualifications of your child's teachers. You would go through this process to do so. Anytime your student is taught by a teacher that is not highly qualified, it is the responsibility of the school to identify you of that, and you have the right to know those things. So our schools, we will notify you of the requirements of the highly qualified teacher, and let you know that you will get a letter. Sorry, I apologize. When your child is being taught by a teacher that is not qualified. This program, this parental involvement plan is, I spoke to you earlier about how it is evaluated, and it is done annually, once a year. It is conducted with parents involved. Parents are used to identify any barriers. Also, that data that is used, we get input from parents and the advisory committees, and also different focus groups. When you go to the training, if you decide to be involved in this, you will learn about the process and the timeline. It is strategically placed. It has months and dates and everything is done. And then that's how it is evaluated. And then what happens this year informs what happens next year with the plan. So with that said, we need you parents. So we need parent leaders to be involved in our compact. And if you are interested, would you please write down Ms. Shay Thomas, our school secretary's information, reach out to her and let her know that you are interested in being involved with our Title I parent involvement and the compact, and we will get you started. And that concludes that presentation. Are there any questions? Okay, I was trying to use proper wait time. And I don't see any questions on the YouTube live channel as of yet. So we'll go ahead and move forward. I will stop sharing my screen. Just a moment.
And Dr. King, while you are moving us back to our gallery view, I just want to, again, thank everyone for their attendance at tonight's open house, as well as our PTSA member. Congratulations to our new members of the executive board, between myself, Dr. King, and also a new member of our team, Mr. Michael Brown, who serves as our school community liaison. Will be working very closely with our PTSA so that we can bring forth many exciting events to support our teachers, our students, as well as the Russell community. So I'm so excited about this upcoming partnership. And so again, for our officers elected this evening, and also for our general body, you will come to know Mr. Brown very, very soon if you haven't already met him. And one of his biggest tasks is that he told me today, Dr. Compton, I want 100% parent participation. And that's exactly what I'm going to support him on. And so stay tuned for that. But as we move into this evening's events with our open house, I do want to speak to a question about why we're conducting our open house in a virtual platform. And so in our building, our number one goal is student safety, but it's also our family safety. And so understanding that we are truly functioning in unprecedented times, we felt that it is in the best interest of our parents, our students, and our teachers. And let's be honest, the square footage of our building can only hold so much. Until we wanted to still conduct an open house, but conduct it in such a way that everyone can feel very present, have the opportunity to meet and greet your teachers, as well as, if needed, schedule additional appointments to sit down with your teachers. And so tonight, I'm going to give Dr. King the last couple of minutes before we switch over to our open house platform to kind of walk you through that process and how this evening will continue.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you, Dr. Compton. Everyone should have received an open agenda and schedule. I think I'm getting some feedback from somewhere. Okay, I no longer hear it. So everyone should have received an open house agenda and schedule. And hopefully you've had an opportunity to check your parent portal and or allowed your student to write their teachers' names down in the specified area in which class you would be in at a certain time. So on the agenda, there are links to classrooms for A days, and then there are links to classroom for B days. And so you would simply follow your student's schedule in the timeframes allotted to join that teacher's classroom to meet the teacher and learn about the processes and procedures and meet the teacher during that time. At the conclusion of the night, so at 7:50, you can return back to the Zoom link and or the YouTube channel for a question and answer session if you have questions and answers. And so, are there any questions?
Cynthia, this is Tom Treader. From my understanding, then we leave this Zoom meeting to go to the breakout sessions with the teachers in the classrooms. And then if one has a Q&A, we would come back. Okay, so we do want to log out of this meeting, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, so you do have to log out of this meeting. And those of you who are on YouTube, I mean, you need to log out of the YouTube and then resume into the links that are scheduled for A day first, and then go into B day. Thank you for that question. That was a very good question.
Thank you. That's clear.
Are there any other questions? I'm checking the YouTube chat as well while we're waiting on it.
Dr. King, there is one question in the YouTube chat. I can read it for you.
How does it work if you have more than one student? And so you're going to be navigating a lot, I didn't think about that, but that does happen. So what I would do if I was in that situation, I would probably try to spend about 4 minutes in each session. For example, I would go to one of my students' 1A class for about 4 minutes, and then I would just log out and then navigate into the other link. And you just simply have to click on the teacher name, and it should take you straight to their session. And so I would just split my time. That's going to be a lot of clicking.
Yes. And so also what I would recommend too is that although I haven't been here very long, I have received tons of supports from teachers saying that they have already been engaging with parents as early as the second and third day of school. And so maybe it may be a better benefit of your time if you're navigating 2 or 3 or multiple students, that you try to connect this evening with the teacher that you haven't had that interaction with. And so if you've already, emailed Mr. Gravett and you've talked to him and you've been to, and you've had this great email exchange with Mr. McCrum, then, maybe I would alternate and go to those other teachers that I haven't interacted with. But that's a great question and some good feedback for us in the future.
Absolutely. It is right at 6:29 and classes begin at 6:30. And so if Dr. Compton is okay, and no one else has any questions, we will log off here. We will log back on. And then at the end, for now, you are dismissed to go to classes. And we thank you so much for your time this evening.